Yo,
Hey,
welcome back
Hey,
hey.
to week 2, second episode of the second season of the second to last day that we'll all be alive. Don't come to school tomorrow. Hello everyone. We got a doozy for you today. As you can see, we are down a member.
Some might say up a non-member.
this guy.
Yep. Some of us really take 9/11 remembrance to heart, and
By watching the Barbie movie?
it just happens to be
And
one
Nick
of those
just blew up
guys.
the World Trade Center. So.
Yep.
That's how he remembers it.
That's how he
The memorial,
remembers it.
though.
Is
The
he likes
memorial.
Not
to?
even one world. He blew up the memorial.
Yeah. Well, you know what they say. But anyways, welcome back, boys. Week 2. How did we all enjoy our week 1 performance?
It feels so nice to have football back. Like just getting up Sunday and just like placing a million bets and just all day.
Football
losing
is
money.
back, dude. I lost a lot of money.
I only lost $25, and I got to spend an opening Sunday with Leo and Nick for the first time in years. That was
Thanks for
really
the
fun.
invite.
Yep, that was cool. Blake was there. Shout out Blake.
Shout out Blake.
She's a small child.
B Money.
Yep. She had a lot of money on the Pittsburgh Steelers, so I don't think her day ended very well. But
She also had the Giants to cover. It was a whole thing.
it was a
Never bet
nightmare.
against me, Blake. Come on.
Were you? Who were you? What was your bet?
Yeah, what?
Wasn't it Niners Steelers?
Oh, I don't know. I
Oh.
don't remember.
Right?
It was. That was Dan's bet, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you said the opposite of all of ours hit, except for
Except for mine.
Dan
I'm
was
the
the only one to hit, yeah.
Oh.
Further proving that if you guys just do the opposite of everything we say, there's a decent chance you'll make a lot of money.
Yeah.
If you could ask me, put in the round robin, but I extended Josh's because I was like, oh, fuck the Cardinals. And then the Cardinals.
Dude, I try to tell anybody. I try to tell anybody who would listen that the Cardinals' defense was not going to be bad.
The defense looked great, and what's crazy
Not worried about
is they are the number 2 defense in fantasy right now.
Yeah, they had that
Good
scoop
touchdown.
and score, a couple of picks, I think.
They
had 6 sacks.
Cowboys?
I know that much.
Yeah.
Aren't the Cowboys like the best player or something in fantasy?
No,
No,
Tyreek
Tyreek had 40.
Yeah.
Tyreek ruined my Sunday. Thank you
dropped
for
the
the reminder.
40 bomb on Joshy boy.
I appreciate him putting up 40 and not just like 30 and making it close for me. He destroyed me.
Well, before we get too deep into it, let's go ahead then and dive straight into these week 1 results if we're all ready for it.
Week 1 results.
Okay, I wasn't sure if we had something for it or not.
Yeah, I just did.
Yeah,
that was
Dan
it.
singing. Dan just sings.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll cut that for next episode and just play that.
Gotcha. Put it behind
Yeah,
that.
I said week win. That's much of week 1.
Put it behind that sick beat we just heard too. That'll be fucking disgusting. Anyways, we'll start with one of our own here for the week 1 results. So we have Wu-Tang Dan against
Wu-Tang Dan ain't nothing to fuck with.
Ain't Nothing to Fuck With against Slantman and the Lost.
Yeah.
This was actually a thrilling matchup.
Yeah, that Monday night game a couple days ago was fucking exhausting. So exhausting that I actually napped through the second quarter. I was tired. But honestly, I am amazed that I won. Absolutely amazed after that performance. Basically on Sunday, or at least the Sunday main slate. Maybe it's over. I'm gonna lose, but fight didn't do much more either. So
I'm stoked for you, Dan. I'll be honest. I'm happy that you got a dub and your team looks solid.
Yeah,
It looks very
most years
solid.
that's a loss for me. So I'll take it.
Yeah, a solid win without Lamar is always we'll always take those. On the other hand, there's always the argument that Flag didn't have a tight when he spent his first round pick on one. So,
I'll take it. Don't give a shit about Astros.
If Kelsey plays, do you win? Maybe.
Okay, whoever the Mike Tirico, we don't talk Astros.
There's an asterisk. There might be an asterisk on this win.
I mean, I don't know. I don't think you can do that to Dan. You take the W's. If we lived in a land, of ifs, it'd be a different world.
If ifs and buts were candies and nuts.
Fuck if land. I live in butt land.
But yeah, how you feeling, Dan? After a week 1 W.
It's looking up after a win. I mean, my team is I'm happy with it. I did not get the performance I wanted out of like those two running backs and my quarterback essentially, but other than that, it was a solid week for basically everyone. Like, gotta love a just good performance by like my defense and shit like that. So
yeah. And then you've got Aaron, who has the 2 least efficient running backs in the entire NFL right now.
Put some respect on James Conner's name. I think
his week looks incredibly efficient next to Cam Akers.
Yeah.
Go look at 22 for 29 was the stat line, I think.
Yeah. I mean, you could say he lost solely because of his tight end and his defense, which I guess the highest scoring tight end had 12 points, so it's not really like.
Yeah, Pat Freiermuth had 7 points, and he's like the 8th ranked tight end.
We watched bits and pieces of that game, and every time they showed the Steelers, Pat Freiermuth was on the ground writhing in pain.
I know.
Yeah,
and then finally just had that one catch for touchdown. I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
That was his only target that game as well.
1 for 3 and a touchdown.
I'll take it.
Oh, he had 3 targets? Okay, well, there you go.
No, that was 1 catch for 3 yards and a touchdown.
Well, hey, 98 is high scoring this week, so shout out to Dan.
Top half.
Hopefully Kelsey comes back for the loss and he can recover. But
also, Dan, your rookies are looking spicy, man. Stoked for you about that.
Fucking targets, Zay Flowers is gonna be a stud. I'm just committed already. I don't know if you guys saw a lot of that game, but Zay Flowers is good.
He looks good.
We'll see about
him. He looks very good.
I believe in his NFL career,
And Tank looks good too.
Yeah, he's got some.
They gave him a goal line. They gave him a goal line carry in a close game.
I'm not gonna start him anytime soon, so unless you're looking to trade, Chief.
Shut the hell up.
All right, moving on. We got the battle of the stinky names. Trevor versus Thomas. Eckler, the Chargers carried him, and that's pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much, he literally has over half his points from his 3 Chargers players. So
wow, that's incredible. I didn't even realize that.
Other than that, his team leaves quite a bit to be desired, I would say.
Yeah, but I don't hate his bench.
I don't hate his team. I don't hate his starting team.
Right. I mean, if he might be losing Eckler and Gainwell going into this next week.
Yeah, I think this will be a rough week for him, but we can touch on that when we get there.
On the other side, Thomas, tough week for him. I mean, his team is solid on paper, but God, what happened to the Bengals?
The Bengals in general.
Just all of the Bengals. All busted.
I mean, you don't expect 14 from Jalen Hurts. To be fair.
It was a tough week. It was a tough week for everyone.
Fine week, though. I had 14 points for my quarterback.
Yeah, but the game script went completely against Jalen Hurts having to put up numbers. They had, I think it was like 16-0 after 3 drives because the Pats couldn't hold on to the ball to save their lives. So
yeah, that was the Eagles all of last year. Was they would go up and he wouldn't score any more fantasy points.
Yeah, true, very true.
It happens. I'm not too worried about
I mean, Trevor has to hope the Chargers continue to put up 30-plus points, which they very easily could, because they have a very potent offense. But
Offense.
Officially going to move on to the next matchup here. Well, congrats, Trevor. Thomas, get good. Next up.
Ouch.
We got a tough one. We got the 39 bomb of Wade Bruce, the man bat, Tyreek Hill against Donald 215. I mean, the big talk before, or the big talk last week that we were talking about with your team was the two rookies not being able to carry. They did just fine, more than just fine, even.
2 high scores for me.
However, Tyreek Hill just put it right up inside you.
That dude's a machine. He said that he's going for 2,000 this year, and he actually might do it. If Tua stays healthy, there's a legitimate shot that man goes for 2,000 yards, and I wouldn't be shocked.
And like that's an audacious goal. Like that is
Never happened.
never happens.
No, literally never happened, and he genuinely
Calvin
may
Johnson?
do it.
No, it's literally never happened.
No,
The closest was Calvin Johnson,
Oh.
right?
Oh,
19
yeah.
something.
No idea.
I thought didn't
18 something maybe?
Jettas clear it last year?
2000.
No
Something
idea.
like that
Chris
because you have the
Evans,
17
awesome.
you have the 17 game caveat now.
Yeah, true that.
I mean, I'd love to see him do it in 16 games just because that would be really cool. But he actually might do it. This game, whatever. I'm not too upset. The averages of my guys look nice. I got a combined 5.9 points from my wide receiver 2, my tight end, and my kicker. It's whatever. If I get even decent weeks out of them, I probably win. I don't really care. I have an okay bench. Mark Andrews should be back. If he's not back this week, he'll be back next week. So I'm not stressed.
Cool.
Still outscored
Yeah.
a lot of teams this week too, which sucks. But
Right. And Bijan got 2 tutties vultured from him.
yeah, but I think that's going to be a thing. I'm fine with it. It looks like they want to use him in the passing game. It looks like they want to use Algier at the goal line. If it keeps Bijan healthy and I get a full season of, 14 to 20 points, I will happily take that.
Hell yeah.
Sam's got a team, though. Sam's
got a squad and a half.
Sam has
His
a
2
team.
running backs were way under what they should do, and he still put up 111 points. Mind you, Tyreek did explode for 40, but he might give him 25 a week.
Yeah, Tyreek is going to be a problem. And, yeah, man, just looking at these tight end scores, it's just sad.
Depressing week.
It's just sad. Moving on. God didn't save me against Jones Barbecue and Foot Massage. A matchup that was originally slated to be the bottom of the totem pole ends up being the highest scoring by a significant amount.
To be fair, Ryan's team got, 50.
You got
about
this.
75 points from 3 guys.
Yeah, that
Man,
Cowboys
the
defense.
The defense
The
was 35
Cowboys
points. You gotta start there.
It, crazy enough, it was, fantasy football-wise, the greatest defensive game of all time for fantasy football.
Really?
Will happen.
Didn't that Pats team one year have like 3 touchdowns or something like that?
They had the best season.
They had the best
But-
season ever, but this is the best singular
I don't
game.
think they ever shut teams out like that, Like
Yeah,
0
true.
points.
40-0 and having 2
And
defense.
didn't they have 7 sacks also?
That's
Yeah,
just
7
wild.
sacks.
Crazy. Most men
That's-
only have 1 sack.
Honestly.
And if you're lucky, you got 2.
They got a whole gang of them. I still don't think Koenig's team's very good.
He just J.K. Dobbins is dead now.
Yeah.
J.K. Dobbins
Rip.
is dead. R.I.P.
Big time rep. I feel so bad for that man.
Super
Friend of the
sad.
pod.
What was
Friend of
it?
the pod.
ACL. Yeah, friend of the pod for sure. ACL misses basically 2 years. Comes back. Looks great. Achilles.
Did
Yep.
I know we can get into this later,
OH.
but did Ryan lose J.K. Dobbins and then not pick up a running back?
He hasn't
He's not
checked.
playing-
He hasn't
he's not
checked
playing
his phone.
fantasy football.
He hasn't
We're cutting
checked
him
his
this year.
Okay.
I'm down, dude.
The great news is he moved JK to his IR slot. The guy
Okay,
that's
so he's there.
done for
That's a win. That's a
done
win.
for the season, but made sure he put him in his IR slot.
Dude, sometimes you gotta ride with your boys, you know?
It's-
Keep them in there. You need those
He's
glue
not a
guys. You need those glue guys to
There's no offense
really-
to having him there until he has
to
another
really-
injured player.
keep the team together. But Rosen's team is deadly. I
God,
mean,
if Tua's
just
Tua,
good top to bottom.
if Tua's Tua, his team is terrifying. Aaron Jones is clearly way undervalued. Actually, I mean, it's a four-headed beast, I think, is what we're looking at.
Big forehead. But
Jacoby Myers isn't giving him 25 a week, and his brain doesn't work anymore. But those four might win him weeks.
yeah. I mean, it might be a week one overreaction, but his team looks like it's going to be tough to beat moving forward. But yeah, Koenig, hey, second highest scorer? Third
No, third.
Third highest scorer, which is still
Yeah.
an impressive feat.
Only 4 over 100.
It's such
Yep.
a Koenig thing too. It happened to
Well,
him last year
100%.
multiple times. It happens to him again week one of this year.
I
Having
forgot about that
nightmares.
last.
Last year he was getting his shit pounded in.
God did not save him.
If you wanted to get back on, track, just play Ryan Koenig. It's a guaranteed 145 points.
Right. So then let's move on to the two barn-burning matchups of the week last week. The first one was Hertz Chubb against King Drizzle. I think he's committing to the name at this point.
Which. Boo.
Yeah, I mean, I would assume his Chubb is hurting after this one.
We cannot have two
because-
teams with fucking Jalen Hurts names. That is boo.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, that's why he lost. I truly believe that is why he
Yeah.
lost. It
Hurts
couldn't
the
have been
name.
the fact that his quarterback
team sucked.
scored 3 points.
Yeah.
And his tight end dropped a goozer, and he was starting Odell Beckham. But yeah, I mean, just wasn't good enough. Just wasn't good enough this week. Drake's team is fine, in my opinion.
Drake's team's doing the thing Trevor did last year, where we talked about how Trevor's team is going to
Score
give
enough.
you. It's going to score enough, and it's going to be consistent. And if your team doesn't have a good week against it, you're going to lose. His team is going to give him 90 to 100 every week, pretty much set.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't beat that, if you can't score more than 100, you're going to lose to him.
I mean, you want to go against him probably after week 4, because that's when he will lose Jamal Williams, right? Or is it after week 3? How many games did
I think
Kamara
he's
get?
3-game suspension, so he'll be back week 4.
Right. Oh, I didn't even.
He's got Ayuk on the bench.
I did. I was just gonna mention he did start
Yeah.
Ayuk, which
He's got
didn't
Ayuk on the
matter.
bench. So
Yeah, I mean his team is gonna. I think you're spot on with that.
a combined
assessment.
3.4 points from the two tight ends again. Just
Dude.
absolutely disgusting.
Tight end
Just-
position sucks.
They're just out there to get some cardio, my guy. Like they don't even care about the football game that's happening, which is great. And then lastly, I mean the true matchup we were all keeping an eye on and wanting to see how it
The
shaped
stinker
out.
dinker of the week.
The
The
blinker,
poopy
dude.
poopy of the week.
That's right, baby. Hell of a performance by the tight ends, though. I mean, goodness gracious, what a fucking
Absolute barn
scorcher!
burner from the tight ends.
Scorcher on that one. Yeah, my team sucked. Dude. What the fuck?
This is Nick versus Leo, by the way.
Yeah. Nigger is lit.
For our listeners, not the creeps.
For
not
the creeps
viewers.
out there. Yeah, the creeps, not the listeners. Yeah, my team just did real bad. Just I had one touchdown, I think.
Let's see.
And that was the Thursday night Amon Ra tutty.
You quite literally had
I thought
one
I
touchdown,
did.
yeah.
Yeah.
You almost
So-
pulled a Nick Radford.
Yep, didn't score any other touchdowns besides. I mean, Nick only had 2, to be fair. But yeah, thank God Josh Allen didn't have a good game. and boy did he not.
That guy's averaging like 2 turnovers a game in his last 20 games. He's
Crazy.
averaging 2 turnovers a game. He's a turnover machine.
Yeah, dude.
It's crazy
But-
that he's still like I'm sure I haven't looked at the odds, but I'm sure he's still like high up there for MVP odds.
Well, in fantasy, when you have 6-point touchdowns, he's going to overcome that pretty quickly.
Yeah, of course. I'm talking about real life MVP, but
Yeah.
yeah. Such an I said it already. I'll say it again. I will say it many times. Such an on-brand Leo win. Third
Dude.
least points for, and still gets a win.
My
That's
team is
the
too
lucky
good.
Leo method.
These tough wins are the ones you need to get when you're trying to win a
That's
chip,
the thing.
dude.
That's the thing. That's the thing that sucks is that
Yeah.
me and Ryan
These-
outscored Leo. We get the L, and Leo. End of the year, this win matters more than anything. So
These ugly
Yeah.
wins are the ones that get you there, buddy. It's not my fault that I'm so good at fantasy.
I
Anyways,
also just don't see your team putting up 85 a week. I think your team is much better than that.
it was tough. It
I'll
was
bet the
just
under
tough.
on that.
I'm probably
Saquon-
not starting
look at-
Najee
Look at
until
Saquon. 7.8
Okay.
from Saquon is that would you
Yeah,
probably go
it's
look
all
at it.
good
That might be
playing
his
talent. I agree.
worst game from last year.
I was shocked to see he gets the ball like every play. They're just like,
Saquon.
they're just like
It's-
Saquon, do the football thing.
It's fun to watch. It is fun to watch. Dan and I would
Yeah.
know as the Saquon owners the last 3 years.
I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, he did great for you, didn't he, Dan? Anyways, let's go ahead and move on to the power rankings, if
Power?
we may.
Rankings?
Power rankings. Power of the rankings. I
Wait,
think
what's
there
going
was some. There was a lot of movement, and deservedly so for some teams.
You guys see it? I only have one screen.
Dan,
Yeah,
when you're
dude.
giving us a cool line
Cool.
graph to look at.
We'll get there.
I mean, actually, I have it down here, but it's really not that cool right now. So, to give it to for the creeps, we got Sam. Sam is ranked number 1. Rosen 2. Sam was a 3-point hop. Rosen a 9-point hop. That's wild. Drake
9
3,
places.
Trevor 4, Dan 5, Josh Valiendo 6, Tom 7, Leo 7, Little Pie Boys, Koenig 9, Leg 10, Jimmy Boy 11, and would you guess it, Ugatu Nick Boy 12.
Ooh, got
Seeing
to
him rank
Nick.
himself 12.
That
was
was
like
a.
crack. That was crap.
Awesome.
That was incredible. Love you, Nick. But boy, did that feel good. Yeah, so a lot of jumps from a lot of different teams. Rosen moving up 9. And I did say this last week. I said, regardless of the team he would have drafted, he was going to be ranked
Yeah.
bottom 3.
Yeah.
And he makes a big jump, proving that he does, in fact, have a brain somewhat. Myself and Flag both dropping 5 spots. I think Flag's is a little undeserved, considering, I guess, if you don't have your first round pick, that's tough titties. But
Yeah, he could have a.
um,
Kelsey can come back this week. Aaron can put up 120 and dominate
Yeah.
whoever he's playing,
goes
and might
back
be back up 5 spots again.
yeah,
We're very
I don't
reactive.
think I don't
We've
think
learned
Nick's
that about
gonna.
ourselves.
It was mediocre. Yeah, I mean, we talked
Week
about it
fi-
already. Like week 1, we didn't really know the teams. I expected more movement. Like we were weirdly close, but like only that 9, a 5, and a 5, and the rest were just within 3 spots. Is actually kind of impressive on our part.
That
I'll
is.
be honest.
That is. Hey, we know our stuff just a little
When
bit
I-
at least.
We
I
are
will say,
professionals.
the first
We
few
are
weeks
professional.
when I look at teams and I try to rank them, I genuinely look and I go, because I don't have enough to look at. I go, okay, where do I think this team is going to finish overall at this moment? Not necessarily what team am I most scared of. That's where I kind of get about halfway through the season. What team am I most afraid to face? But right now it's just like, hey, I could see Sam winning it all pretty easily. I could see Rosen winning it. But
That's fair. That's fair. We'll keep an eye on those. There's probably going to be significant movement in the next couple of weeks as well, just as we try to level things out and go back to the norm. I did want to just talk a little bit about the waiver wire pickups on Wednesday, which is today. um, with with this being a fab league, you never really want to spend too much money too early unless you're really desperate.
Unless you're Nick Radford.
However-
Everything's gone by week 2.
However, Joshua Kelly went for a whopping $39 to Nick Radford. He needed it, to be fair to him, but $39 is a lot of cash moolah to pull out.
Yeah.
For-
40% of your budget, 40%
For-
of his budget's gone.
Do some quick math right there. Carry the one.
Hold on, give me
40.
Well, he spent $1. He spent $1 already, so I just know he's at 40% of his season.
What did he
Already.
spend $1 on?
It was like Sunday last week or something, Saturday or Sunday.
Was it to pick up Joshua Kelly? Oh.
You can change the rules. I wish it was zero. You could put in a $0 offer.
You're going to have to talk to the commissioner
according
about that
to the
one.
commissioner-
Only he was here this week.
According to the commissioner, it is impossible to do so on ESPN.
I'm a commissioner
just-
in another league. I'll look right now.
He's just not good enough. But the next highest pickup was Puka Nakua
Love that for
for
$20.
a whopping $20.
Feels
to
like a
Drake
steal.
Brockway. You get 3 more weeks of
If-
Puka Nakua.
But if he's able to start Puka for the next 3 weeks, and it results in him going 2-1 over those 3 weeks, I think it's worth it.
They're going against the Niners this week.
I said 2-1 over the next 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's tough for me to trust anyone outside of Cooper Kupp in that offense. I feel like Sean McVay specifically will be like, all right, we used Puka a lot. Let's go ahead and get so-and-so
Skoranek.
involved. Yeah, so I don't know. I
Looking
don't
for a
love
big
it.
Ben Skoranek week. Dan, make sure you start him.
Yeah, Dan Skoranek, anytime touchdown scorer.
I think I did last year, like once.
Lock it in.
Ew, that's
Yeah, I
the
think
grossest
so.
thing I've ever heard.
You knew my team last year, baby.
Zay Jones went for a whopping $12. He had a great game, outsnapped Christian Kirk behind Calvin Ridley. And then Kendrick Byrne went for $8. The Pats receiver. I don't know. Both of
Mac
those
Jones,
are fine.
Mac
I
Jones threw the
think.
ball 54 times. That's not going to happen.
Yeah, that was a weird game.
Actually, I have to go confirm that because I feel like I'm insane right now, but I will go confirm that he threw the ball 54
That
times.
sounds like a lot of times for
He was-
for McCorkle
He
Jones.
was
to throw
35
the
of
ball.
54.
Wow. So he threw the ball 54 times. Well, it is what it is, and maybe that's the kind of game the Pats are running this year.
Start
Yeah.
start
the Patriot
down
way.
16-0.
55. Yeah.
Start the game 16 points down so you can throw it 55 times.
There you go. With that being said, I feel like I say that a lot. With that
Yeah.
being said,
Some
Nothing
would
wrong
say
with-
too much.
Nothing wrong with catchphrases.
some might say that, not me. We can look at the Week 2 preview.
Matchup preview.
I
All
like
right.
I like how to move things around. I like literally cannot sign it for like.
What you guys
Do you have-
don't know, that's Olivia Rodrigo.
Do you have names for them?
Yeah, it says matchup preview, but like I also have other drops that say the word matchup.
Didn't you have a problem last year where you had 2 things that were too similarly named?
Yeah, one was no, never mind.
Uh-oh. That was going to get racist, I bet. But anyways, here we go, baby.
Gotta
Week
cover for
2.
Nick.
This is when things really start shaping up.
The witching hour, as Scott Hansen would say.
Week 2, the witching hour.
Week 2, the witching hour. So we got myself against Mike's hard, terrible name. I don't have a lot of confidence in my team going into week 2, unfortunately. might not be what my final lineup ends up looking like. Just because I have no idea what to do with Najee Harris.
Sure, Nick would take him off your hands.
I bet he would. You know what? That's a good call. That is a good call. But anyways, I don't think I've ever not picked myself, unfortunately.
No
So you're going to
spread.
change it up?
So I'm going to pick myself because my team is just too fucking good.
Trevor's going to hate me for doing this. I'm going to pick Leo. I'm kind of expecting bounce back weeks from running backs. Brian Robinson ran all over the Cardinals. Tony Pollard ran all over the Giants. So it feels like Leo's got a shot for his running backs to put up some points, and Amon-Ra St. Brown feels like a guy who's going to put up 12 to 16 every single week. So
I'm like again talking about classic Leo. The fact that Austin Eckler is gonna end up not playing against him, so classic Leo. But I am gonna tick as if he is playing because he's in the roster today, and in that case, I'm gonna go with Trevor. But very
Nick?
Leo that he's probably not gonna fucking play against Austin Eckler.
It's all right. He's got Kenneth Gainwell to play. Oh wait. Anyways, yeah, I don't know. Nick picked me. Not that I was staring at that for a while earlier or anything, but yeah, I'm hoping the Arizona Giants game is gonna be pretty high scoring. We'll see though.
I'm a big Arizona Giants fan.
I got high hope for the Arizona Giants. Way better name than the fucking Cardinals, am I right? Next up, Wu-Tang Dan projected to absolutely manhandle Mugatu.
Dan ain't nothing to fuck with. Wu-Tang Dan gonna kill
That's
us
right.
next boy.
Yeah, that's right.
what did you say?
Nothing? Gonna kill Nick. Boy.
No, make sure you pronunciate a little bit better there next time.
Pronunciate.
Yeah, man. I mean, looking at that positional rankings, I'll lose the tight end matchup, and, I think Lamar can easily outscore Josh Allen, of course.
I'm taking Dan easy. Dan clears.
Dan clears, man.
I don't usually
Dan's
do this,
running
but I'm
backs
going
let
to
him
pick
down
myself.
last week. I don't think that's happening again.
Dan clears, bro. You're not gonna put in Zay Flues?
Some would say Dan flashes. We'll see. Probably not. I believe too much in, obviously, at least Josh Jacobs and Ramondre, and I am a strong believer in Javonte, too, so probably not. But
I was
maybe
scared for
sometime later.
Mondre. I was scared for Mondre with Zeke being there, but it looks like Mondre's the guy.
He's that
Mondre's
guy,
the
dude.
guy.
He's an
He will be
animal.
around, but Mondre's the guy.
He's gonna annoy you and steal a
And they
touchdown
won't
here and there. But
usually be throwing it 55 times, so.
Hey, he still gave you, 12? Even with the 55 throws or whatever. Next team's ass. You got to give him till week 4 or 5 or whatever. I think the fact that he didn't win last week
broke him.
which that was probably going to be his easiest win or his easiest week of the next 4 weeks. He's going to spiral, man.
it's gonna feel I'm wondering what it's gonna look like when we make it to week 5 and Nick still loses.
Hey, I'm rooting for the guy.
Nick picked himself. I love that.
Did he really? Good for him.
Yeah.
He's back, dude.
That confidence is there.
Oh, do we want to talk about how we did last week?
Yeah, I'll pull that out before we do.
All right. My bad. I totally forgot that was a thing.
We're shaking the rust off.
I remember, but it's cool.
Oh, it's whatever, dude. Yeah, everybody picked, right? Dan, you picked yourself?
Yeah. Dan,
I picked
Nick.
Danny Boy. I
Dan
got Danny.
picked himself. And everybody picked themselves. Everybody picks. You can pick your friends.
You can pick
You
Daniel.
pick your
And you
nose.
can pick your
Don't
nose.
have your friends pick your nose as friends.
How many phalanges? Forget it.
Can Tom fit?
Can you fit? Yeah.
Slantman and loss against Erztube.
German accent.
I don't even want to talk about it.
Erztube.
I don't want to talk about it. Just give me Aaron.
Do we think Kelsey's playing? Because I think that's a massive.
I feel like he's not.
I think he is.
But I don't
That's
know.
a massive question mark.
He is hooking up
It
with
is.
Taylor Swift now, so that might be tough for him.
Is
the
he
rest of the
really?
season. They've been hanging out. There's reports.
Watch out, Travis. You're about to be album number 11.
That's
I
gonna be
think
a fun
that's a
album.
detriment. I think that's going to hurt his fantasy
That's what I'm
chances.
saying. It's going to hurt him going forward, but
I have
has
a
nothing to
feeling
do with his knee.
Jimmy's going to switch some things around.
That is way too much trust in that man.
Yeah.
Oh man, I just don't. Is Kelsey going to play? Are they going to use him that much? If he does play, like, I mean, he'll be better than Chinga Conquo.
He's a limited participant today.
Their receiving core was so bad last week that if Kelsey plays, he's not a decoy.
Yeah.
Yeah, true that.
And I think-
him at decoy is still better than whatever the hell they were throwing out there last week.
Yeah, I think Fleck does have probably one of the best stacks in T-Law and Calvin Ridley.
Yeah,
Might be dirty.
agreed. I
So,
thought that
yeah.
did me in last week.
Fuck it. Give it to me. Slant
Go
Man and the
Fleck.
Wasp.
Who'd Nick pick?
I don't care.
Is that a sweepy peepee? Let me go look it up.
Who did he? I haven't picked yet.
Let me check.
Who did
James over Aaron.
Oh, fuck you, Nick.
I really am. Again, I'm gonna act as if Travis Kelsey is playing. He's in the lineup. He's questionably practiced today. I think if Kelsey plays, he's gonna go the fuck off. If he's healthy enough to play and plays, I think
He said on their podcast that he was really upset with himself for sitting out last week. So I just don't
He
see
said
him
on-
sitting.
Hey, Travis, come on our podcast, dude.
He's got a podcast
Yeah,
with
Travis,
his
friend
brother,
of the
New Heights.
pod. Get us on
I'm gonna-
there, or you come on here. We talk about T
Oh, we
Swift.
should definitely be
Yeah.
on New Heights.
We'll talk about
Get
T Swift. We'll
The
talk
ho-
about
The hard hitters that
blocks.
have been on there: Andy
Kelsey
Reid,
brothers,
Jalen
And
Hurts,
then that-
Patrick Mahomes, and then the League
and
of
then
Gentlemen.
Dan Leo, Nick and Josh.
The
You never
boys,
see that
man.
coming.
The gentlemen.
This is
I
where
am
we
gonna go flag.
This
Not
is
by
where it
much, so
starts.
I don't feel good.
Yeah, I think Dalvin Cook could drop 0 points this week. He looked bad, and they're going against the fucking Cowboys.
Yeah.
Like,
A lot of away games too for Jimmy.
It is
Yeah.
impressive for us to get a 10-11 matchup in week 2.
yeah, dude, I can't imagine not winning my first week game. Anyways, moving forward, we got Julia Rob Ertz against Donald 215.
There's no umlaut on that one.
I like to put my own umlauts on things. But
Nice.
Josh, where's your kicker?
Go look at my bench. I'm floating no kicker right now. My kicker gave me 3 points last week, so I tossed his ass to the curb, and I'm going to see what everything looks like.
There's like
come
3
Sunday.
people that should just be in the waiver wire that are on your bench.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
We'll see if I can trade him first or something. I don't know.
All right. Hey, do you want Tyler Algier? Anyways,
We aren't trading on the pod this year. No.
anyways, we got a solid matchup. I think even with a kicker, you probably get it.
Even with the kicker, Tom's got me.
110.
And,
Oh, yeah,
and
110-ish.
has there been any update on the Mark Andrews sitch?
He was limited today. We'll see. I could see him not playing this week, and if he doesn't, it's a tight end wasteland, and I'm gonna hope that I can get 4.5 points from somebody that I pick up. But it's whatever.
You're not
Hey,
going to
you want
roll
Sam
likely
Laporta?
again? SLP.
Fuck Isaiah Likely. That was so upsetting.
Yeah,
I had
that's
to do
tough.
that in another league as well.
That was so upsetting.
I
should've
started him
gone-
in another league as well.
I should have gone with Musgraves, but whatever.
I'm gonna pick Tommy.
As you should. He's got Jalen Hurts and Tony Pollard.
That's it though. Yeah, I'm gonna go Tom.
Devontae Adams looks like he's kind of been relegated. It was interesting watching that game and just seeing
Saints.
how much they were forcing
He had 9 targets.
Jacoby Myers.
Or the Broncos. The Broncos have Pat
Pat
Surtain.
Surtain, yeah.
So Pat Surtain is the best corner in the league by like a good chunk.
It's
so
Sauce.
whoever. Sauce was getting sauced last
He was
night.
getting sauced.
Or 2 nights ago. But yeah, I'm gonna go Tommy Tits. Nick went Josh.
I'm taking myself. Like I said, switching up this year. So
Don't
It didn't
do
work
that.
week
Pick-
1
you
though.
just Pick who's gonna win.
Dude, he went 6-0 last week.
we went 5-1. My only loss was me taking myself.
Nick wins 6-0. We'll look at that later.
Nick went 6-0. Well, look at that. In a
No, I'm
bit.
taking myself. I think my team is better all around than Thomas's.
You ain't got wide receivers. Yeah.
I have just as much. My wide receivers outscored his last week.
That's true. You got to hope for another goose?
I got a goose from my wide receiver too.
You got 0.2.
I got
Yeah,
2.0.
I'm gonna go. Who? Nick went with who?
With Josh.
Thought so.
I went with Tom.
I'm gonna go Tom and split it.
Pick who you think is going to win. Proceeds to
I
pick
did.
the other
I
guy
did.
to split it.
I did.
Jag
Get
off.
fucking roasted.
Jag off.
I was
Next up.
because my cursor was on the cell. To type it.
Shut the hell up.
Next up, Grizzle against Crizzle. This is going to be a good
By the
game.
way.
Crizzle? I think everybody knows that.
Dead even.
I thought you were
There's-
talking about Nick.
Give me Drizzy. I love his team.
I think the Cowboys could drop another 30 bomb on Zach Wilson and those pesky Jets.
Yeah, them bringing projected 8.3 feels low.
Yeah, after dropping 35.
But oh man, Brees Hall looked explosive. He looked like he was heading straight for the old World Trade Center. But
Kenny
I
has
think
Kadarius Toney in right now.
yeah. Oh man, but who does he put in instead? You know, like
Judy's supposed to play.
Broncos looked bad.
They were missing Jerry Judy.
Oh man, this is a tough one. Actually,
I'm gonna go.
It's gotta be Drizzle.
I like Drake's team, but like until the Seahawks prove to me that they are in a team, I'm gonna go Keenan on this one.
it's got to be Drizzle for me.
Drake for Leo. You picked Drake too, Juice?
Yeah. I like
Nick
Drake's
picked
team a lot.
Drake.
Like I said, I think Drake will put up 99.6 points this week. Some BS like that just under 100, and Ryan's
And
team,
Ryan will score
Ryan Fashion,
99.5.
yeah, and Ryan Fashion will score 99.33
Hey.
points.
He's projected to win this one.
5.2, which means he's gonna lose by 0.2.
Yeah,
obviously.
it's the Koenig way. There's bad juju around that guy.
He's on my team.
His eyes all fucked up.
His eye is really fucked up. If you guys ever want to really you get a good story, just ask him about his eyeball. Anyway,
Matchup
last
of the
up,
Matchup of the week.
week. Matchup of the week. Matchup of the week. Matchup of the week. Matchup of the week.
Matchup of the week.
Forgot how
I
hard that
love
one
this
hit.
matchup.
that one hits hard. Matchup of the week, rightfully so, wasn't even really hard to decide this week.
1 and 2 in our power rankings.
Yep, Matzah of the week as well, which is always good to have. This is going to be a battle. And you know what? The Tua Tyreek thing isn't really going to be an issue because they're going to cancel each other out. So even if Tyreek drops 40,
Yeah,
it's going to get at least somewhat nullified by Tua Lagaloa. With that being said,
I will take Rosen right now. You know what? I don't think Aaron Jones is going to play. I was going to say I'm going to take Rosen, thinking that Aaron Jones is going to play. I don't think he's going to play. So give me Sam. I'll take Sam. He just doesn't really have that great of a replacement on his bench.
give me Chosen Rosen. I think it's his year.
God, that'd be glorious.
I think it's his fucking year. He's in Germany right now for
He is
those
very-
who are trying to track him down and kill him. His current address is
That's an interesting place for him to go for a honeymoon.
Honey Bum. Yeah, go Rosen. It's your year, buddy.
What did Nick say?
Nick?
Nick chose Rosen. I do not believe Rosen will win. I'm going with Man Wax the Sam team. His team looks good, and I believe in him. I'm looking at Jazz's team and his matchups, and I don't feel that good about any of them, honestly. So, Sam, I think this is your game to beat Josh at.
Yeah. Bitch. But yeah, we'll see. Hopefully, I think week one was like the historically lowest scoring week one ever, or something like that.
Would not shock me.
Probably not ever, but recently, probably last 10 years.
It feels like this every year now because it genuinely is preseason week 4. It just does not look like good football since they got rid of the 4th preseason game.
I think
Everybody looks rusty. Lamar literally
It's also,
tweeted that
like,
he's rusty as shit.
That's the recency bias, though. Last year was the highest scoring season ever, outside of the fact that it was 17. It's through 16, right? It was. So,
what the tweet that I saw was that last year there was 70 something touchdowns scored in week one. This year there was 50 something.
yeah, what's his name on the Red Zone said that too at the end of the
But
what's his name?
yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Let's circle back.
Do you want to show how we did
Yeah.
with the picks? Give me that.
Wait, let me get out. Great.
I'm playing Give Me That with my dog right now.
I'm joking.
Give me that.
Don't have that one down. Yeah, so looking at picks last week,
Get
you
it.
see this week's picks on here. Overall, compared to last year, we all ended around or just less than 500. I'm in last place at 3-3. Leo and
Hot
Josh
start.
both went 5-1, and Nick 6-0. Nick is the king. There's no
Nick
Nick
is
king.
the king. That's all he's got going for him
I was
this
going to
week.
say,
I'll
sucks
tell
at
you.
fantasy, good at picking who's going to win. Leo and Drake with the queen sweeps.
Did you just say Drake? Oh, I thought you meant I see what you're saying.
Oh, no. You guys were called for sweeps and got the sweeps.
Yeah, it's what we do. We perform as boys, men.
When it matters most. You guys
Um,
both dethroned the champs.
that's what we do, baby. And
Deep
we're
throat the
we're
champs.
the last 2 years champions as well.
Did Drake win it the year before you? I
I think so.
thought it was wacky.
I got him locked. Bingo.
Locks of the week.
Have we ever talked about where the fuck you pulled that soundbite from?
I was really bored of you guys talking about whatever you
Where did you get that?
It's from fucking Top Gun, dude.
I never
I'm a
seen.
lock-up baby. I'm a lock-up baby.
Never seen Top Gun. I'm not white enough.
Goose dies, dude.
You're whiter than me.
Spoilers. That is inaccurate.
Legal.
Tough showing last week by the program.
Show it, Dan.
Yeah.
Tough
Get it in there.
Showing by the program. I lost a significant amount of money.
I lost
Yeah,
25
I mean-
bucks.
Football is back. We all spent way too much money. Looking at last week, though, I actually was the only one that won.
Proud of you.
Niners -2.5 by far, and the other three boners all lost their bets.
Have we talked about this? Should you be at 4.75 8.75, or should you be
Yeah.
at 9.75?
No, I changed it this year. I changed it to profit, and then you lose $5. So it'd be a $9.75 difference between losing and winning
Profit loss right
for
now.
that people. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Last
Yeah,
year was more.
fuck yeah, dude.
All right. Well, that
Why
sucked.
don't you worry about yourself, man?
Yeah, man, stupid.
Fuck this.
Week 2 is a new week, though. This is the week where we all make a whole lot of dough.
This week, football's back, and we're going to bet a lot of money, and we're going to win.
And it's going to be different than last week.
Yeah.
And Bush did 9/11. All right, Josh, go ahead and start us off.
I've got it's minus 110 because Daniel said I have to give the odds first. Minus 110. I've got the Jags plus 3.5 against the Chiefs.
You didn't
I like
saw my
it.
spreadsheets because I type in the odds and then I type in the bet.
I like it.
Asshole.
Thank you.
I like it. I don't love it. I don't love that
I
bet.
thought you said you like it.
I was just saying that to be nice.
No, I like it. I like it a lot. The Chiefs look bad, which means they're on fucking revenge. But
If Travis Kelce plays, I'm
They were
so
missing their
fucked.
2 best players outside of Patrick Mahomes, man.
they don't have a receiving core. I really don't think Travis Kelce moved the needle that much for that.
What about Christopher Jones?
Yeah, he will help. Jags will throw it over his fucking tall ass head though.
Yeah. I like it. I don't, but don't tell that. All right. I have Cardinals. Oh, sorry. At minus 115.
You got to do that first.
Already
That's the
typed
thing.
in.
You
You
got to
don't
do
have
that first.
I already typed it in. You can do it however you want.
So
Minus
it's going to be confusing for
115.
everyone next week if we don't do that first.
I have the Arizona New York Giants covering +6 against the New York Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah, sounds like a real team.
I would, if I were not just doing a straight up bet, I would move the spread to at least give myself 0.5 or 1.5, honestly.
Well,
But I
7.5.
think with the way the Cardinals looked against the Commies and the way that the Giants looked against them boys,
Yeah.
I think it's an easy cover. I'm shocked that the spread is this high to start off with, but Vegas usually knows a lot better than I do. So,
They didn't last week, those dumb bitches.
no, they took a lot of my money, Josh. They took a lot of my money.
They knew.
I
So
missed out
think
on
they knew.
I missed out on $120 because the Steelers didn't kick a fucking field goal.
That's Matt Canada for you.
You missed out or like you lost a parlay because of that.
No,
It was a
no.
Game
was a
special or
It was
whatever.
a game special
Oh.
straight up to have one field goal in all the morning games, and the only team that didn't have a made field goal was the Steelers.
Damn.
Fucking assholes.
Cunts,
Well,
for sure.
I am going to take the Bears plus 2.5. Minus 115. Sorry, Dan. Minus 115. Bears plus
Fucking
2.5 versus
Got
Bucks.
him.
I just believe in them. The Bucks like looked okay. I don't believe it. I believe in the Bears. I believe in that team. Justin Fields, come to the pod. Hang
We
out.
had
with us.
that game. We had the game on the little TV, so we watched all of it.
They
They
look
look
bad.
really
It's
like,
the Packers. The Packers have had their number for like 20 years.
dude. They looked really bad.
Leo,
They looked
watching,
a lot
watching
worse
the game,
than the Vikings probably looked.
how many
And
times
I
do
didn't
you
watch much of that
think
game.
Justin
so.
Fields threw the ball further than 10 yards? Like, just eye test. I don't know the actual number, but it feels like he didn't throw the
No.
ball deeper than 10 yards more than maybe 3-4 times.
Zach Wilson looked better than him on Monday night, and that's a horrific thing to say.
It's a gross thing to say.
Nick win under 44 points in the Rams-Niners game.
Don't love that.
I just don't see that.
Do
I don't love
not
that either.
love that.
Niners are gonna win like 40 to like 20.
I
I
feel like he was
agree.
trying to be spicy for no reason.
I agree with that. But yeah, you should probably round robin the opposite of all of those picks
And I'm gonna for real this time.
to make a lot of money.
Dan's going to talk himself out of it last second.
Yeah, Josh isn't going to fuck you over with a minus
bet
10 and a
you-
half.
Are any of these Thursday games? You took the Thursday game, right, Leia? Or no?
No.
What's the
I mean,
game?
I have the under in that just like as a
What's the
little.
Thursday game?
It's Eagles Vikings.
All right, cool. I'm in St. Louis, so I cannot bet right now.
I'm gonna start an experiment. Gonna take the under every single Thursday, and I will report back with my findings on how that goes. If you want a cheeky bet for this weekend, Sunday at 8:30 a.m., the Blues are going against Arsenal.
Wait, which Blues?
The real Blues.
The St. Louis Blues.
Pantsy ass shit.
The St. Louis.
Pantsy ass spend $2.5 billion just to lose every single game type beat.
Good
Blues.
night, everyone.
Anyways,
Players
yeah, we're
out.
bad at betting and we're bad at fantasy. But God, was it nice not having Nick here.
Hey, we went 2-2 in the
We still win. 'cause
In the
Nick
pod.
won.
We're all winners tonight. Thank you for listening. If you made it this far, whatever
If
the
not,
rest,
then
then go Devils.